Welcome to the Equipped Disciple channel. My name is Rick McClatchy. I will be your host. We are here to be and to make disciples of Jesus, and we do that through daily devos, through Sunday sermons, and through other discipleship resources. We are here to equip you to be an equipped disciple. All right, welcome into another day of your daily devos. I'm Pastor Rick, and we're jumping into Proverbs chapter 11, continuing to make great progress through the book. I am just so proud of you. So proud of you. So like and comment, subscribe, share it around with a friend or 2 or 12. That would be so great. Today we're going to talk about verses 1 through 15 in chapter 11, and the importance of integrity is going to be kind of the overarching theme that we talk about, though, of course, we'll make some side comments about some of the other verses that pop up along the way, because there's just all kinds of good stuff in the book of Proverbs. And so we could really probably do a devotional video on each individual verse, but we won't do that today. Okay, so here we go. Dishonest scales are detestable to the Lord, but an accurate weight is his delight. So there, in the old days, they had scales that, you put weights on one side or the other. They had different ways you could adjust the weights to kind of tear your scale, if you will, like bring your scale to zero. They would falsify the zero of their scale so that whether they were measuring your money or whether they were measuring the food product that they were giving you or whatever they were measuring, that they would end up in the plus. So that was the dishonest scales were ways to be able to cheat in the marketplace, cheat the people that were buying stuff from you one way or the other. And God hates that kind of stuff. It's detestable to him. An accurate weight is his delight. Honesty. Just do what you say you're going to do. Do what you say you're going to do. I don't know why I get so hung up on this. Say the truth. So speak the truth at all times. And be who you are, whether people are watching you or not. Be the same person. Be a person of integrity. When arrogance comes, disgrace follows, but with humility comes wisdom. Pretty significant difference there between between arrogance and humility, and the fruit thereof, right? So do you like disgrace? Do you like being disgraced? Do you like wisdom? So take your pick. Do you want to dwell on arrogance, or do you want to fix your heart on being a person of humility? Verse 3 is probably one of my favorite verses in the whole book of Proverbs. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the perversity of the treacherous destroys them. And so this really is kind of like my theme verse for today's Devo, is the integrity of the upright guides them. The honesty, the one nature of their being, the fact that they don't lie, they don't say one thing over here and mean another thing over here, or do another thing over here. There's no hypocrisy, but there's just unity inside of yourself, like that. And the way I like to view it is, if your life is like a compass, so that you know which direction you're supposed to be going. When you mess with your integrity, when you start to compromise your integrity, it's like taking a magnet and hanging it around your compass so that it looks like it's pointing you in the right direction, but it's actually off just a little bit because your measuring stick gets messed up, right? Because if your integrity gets compromised, then your whole basis for processing the information that's coming in to you gets compromised. So the integrity of the upright guides them, but the perversity of the treacherous destroys them. So it's a pretty big difference there between being guided correctly and helpfully to being just completely destroyed. So managing, really tending to your personal integrity is a matter of life and death, really. I mean, just making sure that the direction you're headed is the direction you should be going. And the best way to be able to tell that is by being a person of integrity and not compromising that internal compass that you have. Verse 4, wealth is not profitable on a day of wrath, but righteousness rescues from death. So wealth is not going to save your bacon, but righteousness, man, it rescues from death. Yeah, like wealth is just not that profitable, which is kind of a poetic way of saying it, right? Like Well, if wealth's not profitable, what is profitable? I mean, righteousness is profitable is what the Bible's trying to say. So set your heart on things above, not on things of the earth. So set your heart on righteousness and following God and being a man of or a woman of character and integrity. Don't spend your time focusing on the wealth, because we've already seen in previous Proverbs that let you know that if you focus your life on wisdom and integrity and righteousness, that all of these other things can get added on to you. Length of days and prosperity and friendships and all that kind of stuff. So words to live by, y'all. The verse 5, the righteousness of the blameless clears his path, but the wicked person will fall because of his wickedness. So the righteousness in your life, the integrity, it clears the path. It doesn't always make the path smooth, but it does make the path clear and manageable. But the wicked person will fall because of his wickedness. So that wickedness will just trip you up and slam your nose straight on the ground, And so the righteousness of the upright rescues them, but the treacherous are trapped by their own desires. And I'm telling you, that is a message that could be preached right there, that the treacherous are trapped by their own desires. In our culture these days, man, your desires are king, right? Or queen. I don't know. Your desires are the boss. So often it's like, well, you want it, so go do it. Go get it. If it feels good, do it. But the treacherous are trapped by their own desires. If we are not consistently in God's presence, following after God, then we are going to have crummy desires in our heart. If we're not hanging out with the Lord and having our heart really transformed and having him give us the desires of our hearts, man, we're going to be a mess, and it's going to trap us, and we're going to get stuck, even though we are following our desires. Verse 7, when the wicked person dies, his expectation comes to nothing, and hope placed in wealth vanishes. So this is just talking about the limitedness of not putting your hope and your faith and your confidence in God and in walking in righteousness before him. It just comes to nothing. Like you die and your expectations come to nothing and your wealth vanishes. It's just kaputski, just like that. So don't focus on things that are just temporal. The righteous one is rescued from trouble. In his place, the wicked one goes in. With his mouth, the ungodly destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge, the righteous are rescued. Through knowledge, the righteous are rescued. When the righteous thrive, a city rejoices. When the wicked die, there is joyful shouting. Man, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. When the righteous rule, when the righteous thrive, a city rejoices. But man, there is pain and suffering, I'm telling you, when the wicked are in charge. A city built up by the blessing of the upright is built up by the blessing of the upright, but it's torn down by the mouth of the wicked. Man. So the upright, they can bless the city. Using their mouth, blessing the city, speaking blessing over people. But you can also, as a wicked person, you can, by the power of your mouth, you can tear down a city. Whew. That's something I think that we should pay attention to. Whoever shows contempt for his neighbor lacks sense, but a person with understanding keeps silent. A gossip goes around revealing a secret, but a trustworthy person keeps a confidence. And lastly, without guidance, a people will fall, but with many counselors, there is deliverance. Man, be a humble person and ask for advice, ask for help, get counsel. Also, you want to pay attention to, the quality of your counselors. That's certainly something to take into consideration, but don't be a lone wolf. Don't be a person that's out there trying to get it all done yourself and feeling like you need to know it all. If someone puts up security for a stranger, he will suffer for it, but the one who hates such agreements is protected. We talked about this, I want to say back in Proverbs chapter 4-ish. If you've put up security for a neighbor, like a gazelle, free yourself from that commitment. So it's just a financial wisdom not to co-sign, not to go in with somebody else's debt. So be a people of integrity, be a people of righteousness, be a people that are following God, that are keeping our hearts and our minds set on things above and not on things on the earth. God bless you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.